Hello guys, this is Glenn from Sydney CBD Repair Centre, and today we have a Realme 5 Pro with a cracked display, and here we are gonna fix it with David. Let's get right into it. So right here you can see that the camera is taped up at top of the display, and we are going to remove the SIM card tray on this Realme 5 Pro. And I believe Realme is a sub or sister brand of Xiaomi, if I'm not mistaken. And here we're gonna remove some screws. The back cover is already off. It's really loose, and judging by the quality of this smartphone at the price point, this is an entry-level or budget smartphone, but it's still a pro because they're calling it a pro. We're gonna remove the housing on the side. This is not at all glued together, it's just held on by clips on the sides. So all we have to do now is to pry it off and slowly work our way around it until we can see the insides. Just be careful, sometimes they have connecting flex cables to the power button at the back, but luckily for us the power button is on the sides and the fingerprint scanner is attached to the main board itself. We're gonna test if this replacement display is going to work on this unit. We're gonna attach it while the smartphone is partially disassembled. We're gonna attach it and we'll try to turn this on. Let's find the power button. Power button is activated and the smartphone is now on. So we're gonna fast forward. It took a while for this smartphone to boot up, given the CPU is kind of a low-end chip, but here we can see that the display is working as expected. So we're gonna continue with our disassembly, knowing that when we install this replacement display, it's going to work as a regular display right from the factory. We're gonna remove the display now. We're gonna detach the connector. We're gonna detach some connectors as well. This time we're gonna remove the battery because the actual display connector is hidden underneath the battery. So this is another part that we have to remove. Battery adhesive is not that strong, which is kind of awesome to work with, but later on we can still reuse this adhesive. Gonna remove this film. We're gonna peel this one off. You can see this gold flex cable. This is for the old display, and we have to make it accessible at all times. So when we remove the broken display up front, we can just pull it out without any issues. The front display adhesive is also not that strong, so it's good to have that in a repair perspective. And we can now start cleaning the housing, so we can prep the sides here for our fresh layer of liquid adhesive. We can also clean the surface where the display will interface with the housing. And now we're gonna put our own liquid adhesive. So we're gonna put the right amount so we can ensure that the display will not fall off when you try to use it with the new display, with the new housing. So if you have a Realme 5 Pro and there's no one in your area who can fix it, you can head on to Sydney CBD Repair Centre. If you're not from Sydney, you can also mail in your broken smartphone. If it's worth it, if it's worth the hassle, you ask yourself if you are going to have it fixed or just buy a new one. But here in Sydney CBD Repair Centre, we advocate that you extend the life of your existing device and don't spend a lot of money on upgrades that you don't really need. So for example, this Realme 5 Pro is fully serviced by David here. It's gonna be useful for a year or two, which is a lot of time for a device to be useful. And not all devices can last forever, but our philosophy is to make it usable for as long as possible. So here we are kind of saving this Realme 5 Pro from being dumped into a landfill and become e-waste. And this Realme 5 Pro is looking good now. We are just gonna install the final bits and pieces, the housing, and of course the back cover. And there you go. You just turn this on and hope for the best, and it does work. So we're gonna give it back to our client after a few testing with the buttons, the cameras, other sensors, of course the fingerprint scanner, and it's gonna be good to go. So if you need professional help, if you don't want to DIY a Realme 5 Pro repair, if you need a new battery, if you have a different smartphone, you can message David here so we can help you out with the parts that you need and the repairs that you need for your device. We're gonna clean this up now, looking brand new with the new display. And I hope you enjoy this, guys. You can like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And here's the before and after, the broken display and the replacement one. And there you go. Thanks for joining, guys. We'll see you again next time. Cheers.
If you want your smartphone fixed for a very reasonable price, you may contact Sydney CBD Repair Centre. We also provide mail-in repair services for customers outside of Australia or Sydney. Just message us so we can arrange the shipping of your device.